Okay, this is going to be my first trip to a Tesla supercharger. Let's find the closest one. So the closest one is 28 kilometers away in Karrinyup. So let's go. Okay, so I've had...
Turn left onto Exmouth Drive.
Let's turn her voice off. Okay, so I've had Tesla now for just over 2 weeks. Loving it. Can't fault it in any way at all. Looking for excuses to drive all the time. I've had a home charger for around a week now as well, which is great. It's a trickle charge, so it's really slow. But when I'm like this, so now I'm at 98 kilometers range, it will take so long to charge up. So my goal now is to get to the point where I charge it up fully, and that's what I'm going to do at the Karrinyup supercharger. And then when I charge it at home, I'm just topping it up instead of trying to catch it up from like hardly any charge. So the cool thing is that someone used my referral code. So when they use your referral code to buy a Tesla, I get 350 Australian dollars of credit into the Tesla app. So I'm just going to use that today to charge the car. So basically I'm getting the charge for free. I was also saying it's preconditioning the battery for fast charging. So I take it the battery's not warm enough. I'm assuming that's what it means. It needs to warm it up. So I'll check in when we get closer and we'll find the charger and we'll see what happens. Okay, we're about 1 kilometer away from the turn off now. I've been using autopilot for about 50% of the journey. I'm still getting confident with it in terms of how much I can just relax. I mean, you know, got my foot on the brake pedal or on the accelerator. Obviously you need to keep your hand on the steering wheel. Actually, I'm going to miss my turn in. Let's disengage and make sure I don't miss the turn in. Okay, so it says I'm going to get there with 14% battery left. It says it's still preconditioning. I'm not sure if it's actually doing anything or just means that it's getting ready now for the charger. So I'm still very rarely using the brake pedal. You know, it seems very strange now. I haven't touched the brake. I just came down to a stop. I'm on a hill and I have my foot completely off. And it slows down for a majority of junctions, roundabouts, no problem at all. It's only a couple of times I've had to stop a little bit quicker that I have put my foot on the brake, but it might have stopped anyway. I was not sure, but I play with different views depending on where I'm going. So now I'm using the maps, but if I'm not using the maps, I'll often have this view on just so I can see out the back. That's quite nice because the back view is quite limited compared to other cars that I've had. But having the cameras is obviously awesome. Reversing the car into spaces. I don't use auto park that often. I've tried it a couple of times. It just seems a little bit slow, especially when it's in a busy car park. But again, I probably need to get a bit more used to using it. And in terms of using the cameras, when I reverse, I probably use the side mirrors. I've gone back to using those as much as I used to before, but now I don't turn around and look backwards because I have the reversing camera as well, which is really cool. But let's put the map back on. I've got a rough idea where the superchargers are within the shopping centre because it's quite a big shopping centre. Gives you a little beep when they get the green light at the traffic lights, which is good. And you know when you can use autopilot because it'll bring up this little steering wheel symbol. So, you know, even on these roads, I can use the autopilot. It doesn't stop for traffic lights. It doesn't stop for roundabouts. That you need the full self-driving to do that. But like I can put autopilot on now, and it's gonna take me up to 70 because it's a 70 limit. It slowed me down there for, I think, because that car pulled out maybe. But I tend to, on these smaller roads, still drive myself majority of the time. But it's cool to play with, and I'm sure over time I'm going to start to use the autopilot more and more. I used to have a business here very, very close to the shopping centre, personal training studio, many years ago. So it's strange coming back here. I used to live very close to here. Now I think you can enter it that way, but it's a bit of a maze through the car park to get to the chargers. Well, I watched another guy's video and he went in through this entrance up here, so let's do that. I think it's here. I think this is the most popular shopping centre in Perth since they've done it up. There's a black Model Y coming out of the car park, and then 2 spaces behind a white Model 3. So I wonder if they've been charging. I think it's this way. Oh, these are narrow and speed bumps as well. Auto lights have come on. Valet parking, fresh market. I think it might be this way. There's Teslas there. Okay, there's superchargers, I see them. And there's free. So we've got a few Teslas here. Take it. Let's go in here. Next to the post. Okay, so my understanding is I don't need to do anything, I just need to plug it in because my bank details or my card is associated with my Tesla app. So I'm assuming, press the button, so press that button and then talking and we're charging. Okay, let's have a look in the car. Okay, so that just said it's going to be 40 minutes, I think that said. So let's get rid of this. We are charging price $0.68 per kilowatt hour. Session cost so far is going up slowly. Idle fees may apply up to 50. Yeah, so basically if you fully charge and then keep your car parked here, you're going to get charged for it. I thought it was up to like $1 a minute actually for that. But obviously with the app you can keep an eye on it. It's asking me, do I want to play games? We've got 35 minutes remaining, it's saying at the moment, to take it to a charge limit of 411 kilometers. So 35 minutes. So let's pop in the shops and then we'll come back and see how we're doing. Okay, we're back from the shops. We have 10 minutes remaining to hit the charge limit of 411 kilometers. We've added 332 kilometers. It doesn't say a time there, but I'll find that out off the app. I think it gives you all the stats afterwards as well. This is obviously the most expensive way to charge. So to add currently 333 kilometers, it costs $32.40. That's Australian dollars. So there's these 2 standard chargers that obviously anyone can use if you've got an electric vehicle, and then we have the Tesla superchargers. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm going to stop it there because it's taking so long just to do this extra couple of kilometers. I don't want to sit here for that much longer. So let's hit stop charging and then unlock charge port. And that is our first Tesla supercharger experience. So that was pretty good. Now, when I left, it was full. So there was no spaces left. So that's something you do have to bear in mind. We have limited superchargers in Perth at the moment. North of the river, that's the only one I'm aware of. So that could be an issue if you come at peak time. When I pulled up, there was 3 or 4 bays available, but like I say, when I left, there was no spaces. But I was probably charging one of the longest there because I was going from pretty much empty to full. So most people are only going to be charging for like 20 minutes max. Just got to check I can get out of here without banging or bashing anything. There's just such small. Okay, we are out. Let me know down in the comments if you have any advice, if you've been charging for a while, if you had a Tesla for a while, or let me know if you have any questions. If you don't have a Tesla yet or you're thinking about getting one. Speak to you in the next one.